chiramba musakire gomora mutare yaya uye vaiudzwa chiramba musakire gomora mutare vakamana rinoera vaiudzwa chiramba musakire gomora mutare gomora mutare vakamana munoera komana mukomo mamutare vakomana wemunenga iwe gomora mutare vakamana munenga iwe ona munenga.
It is in order for us to rise up, sing the two important anthems, that is the Uganda Anthem and the Buganda Anthem, and then we will proceed. Could you rise, please? Oh, Uganda, may God uphold our future in thy hands. United, free for liberty, together we'll always stand. O kuvedane yo Uganda yamanyi wanyo egwanga lyaffe olesizona twesimye nnyo olwa Buganda yaffe, ekitiibwa kya Buganda kyava dda naffe tukikuumenga. American Leadership Academy started last year in 2021 in September. That is fall, you have what we call fall. We've been studying online, sometimes twice a week, sometimes like spreading out four times in a month. 4 times in a month. And we've been given assignments by different professors. We are so good to say that we've had good professors. Professor like Professor Tim Sejenski, Professor Linda Brown, Dr. Baya, and many others. We are glad to say that this is just part of the academy, because the others are in Kenya, the others are in the US, and the others are in South America. The one who was in Egypt came back. She's there. Stand up for recognition. She's called Denise. Yes. And we are glad that most of us have managed to learn and to get good results that are going to enable us graduate in September, on September 30th. I am glad to report to you that out of a class of 70, we have 15 who are graduating with honors. Yes. Those of you who are graduating with honors, just stand up, please. Yeah, including myself. Yes, yes. So, yeah. So we would like to appreciate your time, squeezed as it may, and we hope that we will see you in the United States when we come for the conference. We are organizing a students' conference, which is leadership and cultural inclusion, which is scheduled to be in Utah between the 6th and the 9th of October. Yes, so we are in the process of applying for visas. Some of them are being rejected and things like that. Some of people have gotten, so we'll see how it goes. But graduation will take place in this place on the 30th of September. Yes. So, the lead guest is Mrs. Amanda Ford. Mrs. Ford, we are so happy to meet you. We were looking forward to having more time with you. As Africans, culturally, it's like you have just passed through because you will not cook for you food, you will not dance for you, and all those things, you know. So, but we look forward to having you next time. So, can you please introduce to us your friends, your teammates, the ones you're working with, the ones you've come with? Yeah, thank you. Yes, you may. You may.
Okay, thank you so much for such a warm welcome. We're very excited to be here. This is much more than what I anticipated when I met David at a farmer's market where I'm from in Eagle Mountain, Utah. But we're very, very excited to be here today. And I'm actually traveling with my husband and most of my family. So we'll go with introductions. Like she said, I'm Amanda Ford. My husband Adam is down on the end, and we live in Utah. So hopefully we will get to meet up with anyone who's able to come out to Utah in October. Adam and I are planning on meeting up with you again and spending time with you in Utah. And then next to Adam is my mother, Calva Rich. She and my father, Stephen Rich, both live in Texas. So they live in a town called Frisco, which is by Dallas. That might be a city that you've heard of. Then right next to me is my oldest brother, Daryl Rich. And he lives in Phoenix, Arizona. So we're kind of spread all over the country. And then down here on the end is my sister, Erin Hopkins, and she lives in Huntsville, Alabama. So, yes, so we've come together to actually come celebrate my father's 75th birthday. Is tomorrow. So we are here to celebrate everything Africa while we are here. We're so excited to get to know more about the culture and the people and just learn as much as we can in the very limited time that we have at our service. But I think so. Should I turn it over for remarks? So my brother Daryl has just a few remarks for the delegation because he has the most experience with this thing.
Can y'all hear me okay? Can y'all hear me okay without this? Gotcha. So can you hear through this then? So basically I got elected to speak more because I'm older. See the gray in the beard? That's why. Younger than him, but older than them. So Mandy sent us the information about the Leadership Academy, and I got elected. I was chairman of a board for the city of Phoenix. In Arizona, how many of y'all even have ever heard of Arizona, USA? So think of the Grand Canyon. That's the state the Grand Canyon's in. A gigantic hole in the ground with lots of cool stuff. So for the biggest city in that state, which has about 4 million people, I was in charge of a board that dealt with workforce and business issues for about 5 years. And so I spent a lot of time working with individuals, helping in classes and teach them other things, and then working with business in the community to try and find jobs and employment for the people, trying to get business to come into the community so that the people could have jobs to go work at. Spent a lot of time doing that. And then in my full-time job, I spent a lot of time working on leadership for people that are in charge of other people. So working with them so that their skills as leaders get stronger. And I will say one of the most important things you can have, even after all the book learning and everything else, is the ability to connect with people. And I saw that in something that I read for y'all was one of the goals was to help you better connect with people. That will help you go further than just about any other skill that you can be taught in leadership. If you learn to connect with people that are different backgrounds or different languages or different experiences, when you connect with those people, you have better results. So if you do nothing else away from what we're saying, take that. Connect with the people that you're working with. And when you're in leadership, be a servant to the people you're going to lead. Because leadership doesn't mean that you're in a position in charge of them. It means you're in a position to take charge for them so that they can be successful. And when I work with other leaders, a big, big piece of that puzzle is getting them to understand that they're successful when their people are successful. So a teacher, a professor is successful when 15 out of 17 students graduate with honors. That is successful, okay? That's a big deal, so congratulations to y'all, because that is fantastic, and that shows good leadership. So as each of you go out and you become leaders in your homes, in your communities, in your jobs, remember that. You will be successful as the people you are there to lead are successful. The teams, the individuals, the groups are successful. So I could stand here and talk for hours and hours and bore you to death, and it would be terrible for each one of you. But I would like to hear experiences from a couple of y'all. What brought you to this point? What brought you to want to be in this leadership academy? What made you want to learn more, to better yourself, to put yourself ahead? So who's willing to share their story?
Thank you very much, our professors. My name is Lukwago Rashid. I'm a team lead, Doves. First of all, I thank the program for American Academy. Me and my colleagues, we have actually watched the experiences. Personally, I've been a leader from primary school, and when I got this chance to exercise what I am and even experience new ways, I have conceptualized many things, especially how to deal with human beings, how to deal with leaders, how to understand the SWOT analysis, understanding where to go, especially we deal with literate and illiterate citizens, and they actually take us somewhere that we are the rescuers. We are the ones to rescue themselves, especially how to implement what they think, how to implement what they are disturbed with. So a year now, my experience is changing. I'm looking at not taking failure as a key issue, but taking goals and even following my vision. So many people are asking Mr. Lukwago, now you are trying to implement some things, especially looking at leadership styles, relating autocratic from democratic, ethical leadership. So being a leader in the Kingdom of Uganda, I'm leading the youth in the Great Luchiko, and I'm using American Academy to actually strengthen what I'm thinking, and currently also implementing it via different structures of Uganda Kingdom. So I thank my mentors, like my mother here. We try to sit and we take this to villages, we take this to universities, because leadership is also in the university. Lastly, even in my home, the professional way of handling people, the differences between a husband and a wife, because we have leaders, and we see how Professor Ndejje and others actually exercise leadership, how to say sorry, how to appreciate. So I think if we continue like this, our country will prosper in terms of how conceptualizing and identifying the key issues which may streamline the good economy. I thank you very much. I thank our leaders, and I again want to say your visit will actually take us somewhere in terms of checking our SWOT analysis and even taking it to other levels. May God bless you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rashid. The next person I'm inviting is Jackie Chisake. I'll tell you about the groups that he's talking about once she's done.
I'm Chisake Jackie. Personally, I've been thrown into leadership. You know, you're just in a situation where they call you, please take on these people. I didn't have any slightest idea on how to lead. So I've been through school, but I'm the person who used to always be behind, like be led. So here I am in church. Most of my leadership positions are in church, and they're throwing at me people to lead. And I'm like, what is this, you know? So when Professor Ndejje came up with this idea, I really, really embraced it. I learned how to treat people. You know, you meet so many people. You meet the loud ones, the quiet ones. I'm the quiet one. So if I'm told to lead a group, the loud one will take over and I'll lose, you know. So I've really learned how to, you don't have to silence them, but how do you get them to help you so you can work together? So being loud doesn't make them cover you. So you have to deal with them. You have to know that here I have to be a servant leader. Here I have to dictate sometimes. Here I have to be autocratic. So I've really learned so much from this experience. I'm more confident. Before, whenever they will tell me, you know what, Jackie, you're leading this, I'll be like, no, why me? This one is better, you know, this one can do a better job. But this has been an opportunity for me to stand out, to understand what leadership entails. It doesn't mean that I'll always be the one taking the lead. Learn how to delegate.
A few things got said there that were really impactful. Jackie, is that right? Jackie, okay. Jackie is learning how to lead when she didn't think she was a leader. And now she's realizing that, yes, she was, she's just different than the people she saw as leaders before. That's fantastic. That is fantastic. You should never think, I can't be a leader because I'm quiet. Oftentimes, the quiet ones are the ones who have the most knowledge or the most relationships because they're not talking about themselves all the time. Okay? They're working for the betterment of others. Servant leadership, she brought up. That's fantastic. And taking the journey to realize I can empower myself to become more by doing this. That is fantastic, and kudos to you. And give me your name again, I'm sorry? Rashid. Did y'all see how passionate he was? Passionate means very enthusiastic. He loves that. The things he was talking about mattered to him. The school, the community, the family, the country, those things mattered to him. And because they mattered to him, you could feel that when he talked about them. That's a piece of leadership that gets overlooked. Having that passion, so that when you have a vision, like say you see our leadership community being, 35 students 2 years from now with 30 of them graduating with honors, and you want to make that vision become reality, you better be passionate to get other people involved, and to Jackie's point, learn how to delegate and empower them to actually help lift the whole program. So you need the passion that Rashid exhibited to become that, okay? Now, as I was looking through the information about y'all, one of the curriculum pieces is getting better about details and implementing and doing things more completely and fully. So I'm going to give you all a few nuggets that have helped throughout my career. And I've worked with a lot of companies that were smaller companies and we had to start out from nothing. And I've worked with companies that were bigger and they made a whole lot of mistakes and I had to go clean up the mess and make it good again. So I've got a lot of experience across different things, and I've seen these ideas work across the board, across all of them, okay? Number one, and what you're doing is you're creating a sense of how do I approach and solve the problems in the most productive, effective, efficient way, okay? So first, you have to go in and assess what the situation is. You've got to take a look at what's going on. You've got to figure out who the players are and what the rules are and who's involved on your side that can help you. You've got to figure all that stuff out first. And once you've assessed, then you've got to take the data or the information and you've got to analyze it. Rashid talked about SWOT analysis, taking a look at what are the strengths of this information I've got? What are the weaknesses? What are the opportunities we can take advantage of here? What are the threats that are going to stop us from being successful? Right? So once you've analyzed everything, then you have to align or put all the resources going the same direction. So you align them so that everybody can help accomplish what you're trying to accomplish. So if you're in a company, it means you have to get buy-in from the leadership. You have to get buy-in from the employees. You have to get buy-in from the leaders. You have to have dedicated resources to making it happen. Okay? And once you've done all this, you're able to create a plan and you can now act on the plan. And one thing that I've seen over and over and over again is people think the plan has to be perfect. There is no perfect plan once it actually hits reality. I'll tell you that right now. Once it hits reality, things change. So you can have, we had a perfect plan for getting here today. That plan got blown up before we ever got to the first airport when American Airlines said, we're going to delay one of your flights by 3 hours, and that means you're going to miss your connecting flight in London, which means there's going to be more problems down the road. So the perfect plan Everybody had printed out itineraries, we knew where we were going, and the reality hit, and all of a sudden it didn't matter. So act on it without being perfect. Don't let perfection paralyze you or stop you from acting. Okay? Go and do something about it, because you're going to make mistakes. And understand that you will fail. You will make mistakes. That's okay. Because anybody who doesn't think they're going to make mistakes is never willing to try very hard to get outside and do new things, right? It's easy to not make mistakes turning on my phone because I do it 50 times a day. It's harder if I have to go learn a new phone to not make mistakes the first time I do it. So those who have to go out and act and do, get away from this mindset of it's got to be perfect. You will make mistakes. Learn from the mistakes. I call it failing forward. You failed, you learned, you grew, and now you're moving forward with that extra knowledge you've got. So don't be afraid to fail, because if you're afraid to fail, you're probably afraid to try in the first place. So go out there and fail. Sometimes you're going to fail spectacularly, right? And people are going to see it. And it's going to be hard. And you're going to learn, and you're going to try and avoid that failure in the future, and then you're going to go forward, okay? So now, throughout this whole process, there's going to be change. It might be changing in the rules, it might be changing in the curriculum, it might be changing in the textbook, or what you have to do to graduate. So you have to remain agile and adaptable. Agile means you can move quickly. So when changes happen, you can go with them. And adaptable means you're not just stuck in one way of doing it. Because there might be two or three. COVID happened, and all of a sudden, instead of attending university, you're over Zoom, and you're having to do it over internet and video and things like that that you're not used to. You have to be adaptable. So if you'll take those principles and you'll apply them in the way you think, it's very solutions focused. It's a way of looking at it to say, I can solve this, or we can solve this, and doing something about it. And when you start to think that way, instead of seeing a problem in front of you, you'll actually see the solution past it. And one of the things I ask for all my employees to do, if they come to me with a problem, they also have to bring 2 potential solutions. That way I see that they're focused on what they can do instead of what's stopping them from doing it, right? Because if this is the problem in front of me and all I do is look at this, I don't see y'all. But if this problem's in front of me and I'm looking up, I can still see the problem, but look at all the solutions out there, right? It's a matter of where your focus is, and that's going to determine how far you go. So if you'll take those things, if you'll think that way, if you'll approach it as, and I can go and do, I can be successful, and I'm accepting the fact that there will be mistakes and shortcomings and changes along the way, y'all are going to go out there and be fantastically successful at whatever it is you choose to do, okay? So take that, apply that to your studies, to your life, to your leadership, and you will benefit, and so will the people that you're leading. Thanks.
Yes. Let me move this side. Yeah. Thank you very much, Daryl. That was very good, very nice information, very insightful. We need all that information to push us further. And for those who are a bit timid, if they've had anything, because in reality, this is the first class we are having physically. In reality, really, because we've been online all the past months. So it's like we are seeing Professor Captain David Sejinja in you. We've never met him either. Yes. So we are really grateful that through him and his co-workers, they managed to sponsor us to learn virtually. We hope that we will meet him in October. So, ladies and gentlemen, and our dear guests, I would like to introduce the student cabinet, starting with our president. He is Isaac Katava Sr. He's our class president. Yes. The vice president, Princess Deborah the name has gone out. Anyway, Princess Deborah, yeah, Nachimbugwe, yes. Yes, Nachimbugwe. So that's our class vice president. And, you know, because this is the first time that we are meeting, even the classmates, we don't know each other. Not wasting more time, I would like to invite Dr. Bule, yeah, to take over. And he's going to introduce the university staff, and then we go on from there. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you so much, Linda. Without wasting time, I want to introduce the members of staff who are here. I'll start with the most senior, who is going to welcome you here in Ndejje University, and he is nobody other than Dr. Frederick Kakembo. He is the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Deputy President of the university. Then we have Dr. Rita Makumbi, Amidistas. She's in charge of quality assurance and sits next, just 2 yards from here, 200 yards. Amidistas, we also have Dr. Mire Kwagala. Dr. Mire Kwagala is the Dean, Faculty of Business, where we are now, all these premises. Dean Business, Administration and Management. And another one is Mr. Baguma. I saw him around. Yeah. He's a senior lecturer within the Faculty of Business. And we also have Mr. Francis Kajo, who is the grants officer. Behind there is my immediate supervisor, Dr. David Sonko. Dr. David Sonko is the director of graduate school. And if we get time, we may go there. It is just 200 yards from here. And lastly, but not least, I'm Dr. Henry Bule Musoke, the PhD coordinator. So I want to take this opportunity to invite the Deputy President of the university.
Thank you very much, Dr. Bule, and our distinguished visitors. We are most welcome. We are very, very excited to see you in this university. Maybe let me first talk about Ndejje University. This university was started 30 years ago. It was the first private university in Uganda. Before anybody thought that we could have a private university, some very energetic, inspired man thought about it and started, and everybody thought it was mad. So this one connects to what our friend was telling us. It needs somebody with some bit of insight to start something energetic. So now, 30 years down the road, here we are with all this. When we started, it was started after a civil war. And the areas where our main campus is within that area. The university was started to help communities recover from the ravages of the war. And so we started with courses which are very practical, like agriculture, education, engineering. And right now we have about 8 main courses that we are offering. So this one includes education, agriculture and environment, science and ICT, social sciences, business and management, engineering, and health sciences, which is very new in our environment. So this is what we do. And in order to integrate community into what we do at the university, we started about 6 research and development centers so that we can transfer the knowledge we have to the community, and we can adopt what the communities have into the university life. And these research and development centers include the Renewable Energy Center, we have the Water Resources Center, we have the Technology Incubation Center, we have the Agriculture and Environment Center, we have the Business Incubation, which is led by Dr. Kwagala, and then we have Citizenship and Civic Engagement Center. And we have been helped by these centers to integrate our activities into the communities. And some of the things that we are very proud about, we have taught communities in the village how to transform agricultural waste into briquettes and into organic fertilizers for their livelihood. And right now they are making money out of this. First of all, they transform agricultural waste into biochar. But because the briquettes are not very marketable in the villages, we buy the biochar from them, and we make the briquettes on a commercial scale, and we distribute in neighboring schools, so that we have changed them. We are slowly changing them from using firewood to cook, to using briquettes, renewable energy. And also we have gone into solar and other new forms of renewable energy. So we have a lot. In the interest of time, I cannot say much, but we are very much excited to be associated with this group and with you. It is very amazing how this partnership has grown very fast, indeed very fast. It started just, I would say, a few weeks ago. A few weeks ago, when I was traveling to US, I had a connection, and that lady, Angela, connected me to Captain Ndejje. That's why it started, simply. And because of the importance which I saw into this partnership, when they explained to me what it's about, I had to change my flights about 3 times before I landed on my first plane. Because my first destination was not Utah State. It was somewhere in Philadelphia, then Seattle, but I dropped all of those to go to Utah, then I went to Texas. So when I visited Utah, Captain took me around the university, and I fell in love immediately with the whole program, and I promised that I'm going to steer it with a lot of energy to ensure that it works out. So we started making plans just a week ago, and the plans have culminated into what we are having here. One of the lessons that we can pick is that you don't have always to get stuck with your old programs or the ideas. You have to be dynamic, look at what you really want to achieve, and then take the processes to take you there. This morning, when I've been listening to the speeches, I got more excited that we are dealing with the right group. So the way forward from here, our Civic Engagement Center is going to make arrangements that will integrate whatever you are doing into our programs. You are going to become now part of this university in a way. And we have already I've already noted that there's a lot of things that we are going to learn from you. As you are going to learn from us, we are going to learn from you. We are going to learn from our distinguished professors here. And I'm also excited that this is your first physical engagement. And that physical event has been hosted by Ndejje University. It goes into records. So from here, we are going to start deliberate baby steps into integrating what you do with what we do, because it's going to benefit us and you're going to benefit from it. And we're going to benefit from Utah University and the other universities that are closely associated with this program. I know there's already Brigham Young University. I visited it also, and it has wonderful programs. Utah University itself has wonderful programs. So there's a lot. Like in the Bible, they say, the harvest is big. It is the harvesters who are few. But we are going to make sure that the whole enterprise becomes very successful, because I know you have a lot of things that we are going to learn from. You might mentor our students, because universities, as you know, particularly in our countries, have been so much into the academic aspects without integrating them with the real life experiences. So maybe here we have an opportunity when we have the whole of this group very energetic, because we have only listened to 3 people, but if we had to listen to all of these people, it would be pretty amazing. So you are going to mentor our students with real life experiences. And maybe you'll share some of what they have learned here, but me, I know they are going to learn more from you than you from them. And that partnership is going to take our university higher, as we also take the academic higher. Without much ado, let me stop here, but I'm looking forward to more engagement, interaction, online and virtual and physical. We hope that that is September graduation, 30th. We hope that we shall send at least some few members to represent Ndejje University at that graduation. Otherwise, thank you very much, and we look forward to more interactions. God bless you all.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Professor. Thank you so much for that, for those beautiful words. I'm going to invite President for our class, Sebo Senior Katava Isaac, to talk to the class. Thereafter, you'll request each one of them to introduce themselves, and then we should be closing soon.
Thank you so much, Madam Linda Ocheng, our General Secretary. I'm grateful to the Lord who has brought us here. Our distinguished guests from the US, you're most welcome to Ndejje University. Dr. Frederick, the Vice Chancellor, we are grateful for your support and welcoming us with the team, plus Dr. Buli and the other colleagues. We are grateful for your support and hosting us at Ndejje University as the leadership and the students' body of an American Leadership Academy. My name is Isaac Katava Senior. I got the title of senior from my classmates. I could lead them very well, and then they said, Isaac, you're doing some things which are exceptional, so you're a senior man, as young as you are. So I accepted it. I recognize the executive members who have already been introduced to you. This is a team of energetic people. They're highly creative, and they have been coordinating us from September to where we are. We are led by Captain Professor David Sejinja, who sits in the Utah. And I would like to add on what Linda just said here. This program, we are all acquiring this kind of training at a free cost. So we appreciate Captain and the colleagues for the great work they're doing for the society. Captain is born from Uganda here. So we appreciate the love and the colleagues, the love they have for their country and their societies. So we have received the leadership training for a period of 1 year now. And as they have already said, I'm glad to be among those few who are graduating with honors. I attribute that success to teamwork. I have my team leader here in my group where we discuss from, Dennis. He's part of the people that are making me what I am and this entire group. They are very supportive. They are learning things, and what we're learning, we are implementing. So the members of the Leadership Academy, I'm grateful to see you today. I've already interacted with some of you, including my Vice President, Muzana. I've ever met Muzana, the Treasurer, of course my team lead, and a few people. So the members of the class, I am the physical Isaac Katava, whom you have been interacting with online. And I'm grateful that I'm seeing you here, some of you for the first time. Denise, who have been talking, and I'm grateful to see you today. I want to appreciate Madam Amanda for leading this delegation to this place. You are really doing us so well. I appreciate Mr. Dero for the wonderful message, for the wonderful lesson you have taught us today. I didn't get a chance to share my experience. I don't know if I can share it now. Only a minute. So what brought me into leadership? Myself, I was born a leader because I'm a firstborn of 7. And I've been leading in the various levels, including school. So I wanted to have a taste of what made leaders can look like. So I was born a leader, so I wanted to look at what leaders who have been made look like. And I'm really having some wonderful experiences because we have learned so many things which we may not exhaust. So the people who are born leaders, so I'm now dual. I'm a born leader and now I'm a made leader through the American Leadership Academy. So I take this honor to welcome all these people here, thank our General Secretary, our professor, and the entire team who are coordinating our academic program. We are so grateful, and I now take this honor to invite these people to introduce themselves as requested by the General Secretary. For God and my country, Sabasajja Kabaka Awangale.
Yeah. Because of time, I'll not be able to pass this around, but for their sake, please mention your name just before they stand up. The academy was one, but then we were put in different groups. So we have 5 groups. Team 1, which is the Eagles, is led by the president. Team 2, the Doves, is led by the vice president. No, the Swans. Swans is led by the vice president, Deborah. Team 3, that is the Doves, by our treasurer. Team 4, which is the Parrots, is led by Blessed Sarah. She's in California. And then Team 5, which is the Penguins, is led by myself. Now, we will not say so much. Just say maybe your name and which team you belong, okay? Let's do it quickly because they're in a hurry. Yeah? Okay.
Dennis Chagaba Dennis is my name. I'm team lead, Eagles group. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
I'm told it would be nice if you say your profession. Sorry. Repeat.
Chagaba Dennis, once again, is my name. I'm an engineer by profession. I work with the Ministry of Energy and Mineral Development, and I'm a pioneer of American Leadership Academy. Thank you so much. Sorry, I haven't met Dr. The DVC. I was a former student here, and I'm a friend to our Vice Chancellor, Professor Elia Bulugujo. Thank you so much.
Okay, come and stand like in a line, here, so that they can.
Hello, everyone. My name is Bilunja Nicha Chijambu, a vocational teacher in Sky Ndejje. Team Dove.
Hi everyone, my name is Denise Namtebi, an accountant by profession, and I belong to the Penguins, Team 5. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here. Sorry. That is technology. Glad to be here. I'm Jenny Francis Lukwago, a member of Buganda Luchiko and an accountant by profession. And in group 4, the pilots. Glad to meet you.
My name is Dora Nagai, an accountant and aspiring farmer. I'm from Team Doves. Thank you.
I'm Nanyonjo Bet Kawaru from the Dove family. I'm a professional journalist.
Najemba Rosette Swangs. Thank you. Najemba Rosette Swangs, assistant finance and Kids Read Uganda.
Mariam Chibuka in Swan Group. I'm a secretary for women at the sub-county level, Machindye Division.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. I'm Hajatina Suna Rukia, Team Dev, Councillor Machindye Division. Thanks.
Good morning, everyone. Diana Flavia Nancha. I'm an auditor and an accountant by profession. I'm in Team 2, Swans. Yeah, good to be here and good to see you.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hajat Kasure Rehima. I don't see any difference. No. This is okay. Online. Okay. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Hajat Kasure Rehima. I am a retired administrative assistant and now one of the enthusiastic women leaders in the community. I'm in Team Doves.
Good morning, everyone. Kabugo Mif Fortune is my name. Currently, I'm a student at Chambogo University, but what I do, basically, I compose songs, I play instruments. That's my career. Thank you so much.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Namaga Vanessa from Chambogo University, pursuing a bachelor's degree in education, doing Uganda and divinity.
Morning, everyone. I'm Princess Dina Nakajumba, accountant by profession, Team Doves, but currently dealing in timber.
My name is Ruth Nalugona Chibinge. I'm a social worker by profession. I'm in Group Penguins. She's my team lead.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Aloy Nsimbe. I'm an administrator by profession, Group 5, Penguin.
You are welcome to Uganda. Good morning, everybody. I'm Chuan Kwapasis, professional. I'm a teacher, secretary to to Chadondo Women Affairs. I'm running a hotel. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Ndejje Penina. I'm a hairstylist. I'm in Penguin. She's my lead.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Proskovia Nalwanga Chikomeko. I'm a tailor.
I'm Annette Dungu. I belong to the Pigeon Group. I'm an administrator, and currently I work with Tara's Cakes. Thank you.
Yes, hello everyone. My name is Mtuzi Joshua, a team parrots member, and I'm a construction manager and a mechanic by profession. Thank you very much.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Afsa Nanyonga from Team Penguins. I am a realtor and I do mediations.
Good morning to you all. My name is Catherine Chikomeko. I'm a penguin. Professionally, I'm a nurse and a midwife, but I'm in private practice. I have a drug shop, and I'm a poultry farmer. And on top of that, I'm a speaker to Chadondo Council. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Okay, thank you very much for that. The next session is going to be taken on by Dr. Bule and his team. After that, we will have our Muzana, who will close it up, then we can move out. Yeah, so it's you first. She'll stay for a reason. I have to yes, for a reason. No.
Yeah, our dear guests, we have a few gifts for you, and I want to call upon the most senior member of staff, the Deputy Vice President, to come and hand over them to you. We'll start with the females. Ladies first. That one.
Amanda? Yes.
Thank you very much. Maybe let me inform you that what we are gifting was made here by the Business Innovation Center. Dr. Kwagala, can you stand up again? She's a champion behind this. So this things were made here. I have the privilege to hand over to you this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming and visiting us, and looking forward to a bigger partnership with Ndejje University and the team.
Thank you so much.
And we say it's a dress, we hope it fits.
Yeah. It will be great. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, African wear, yes.
This is beautiful. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Mama Rich.
Go ahead, open. Oh, I love this.
Mama Rich.
With love from Ndejje University.
Oh, thank you so much.
You are free to open.
Oh, cool. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And thank you for bringing this team into the world.
Oh, thank you. They are great people.
Rich, another Rich, see? Elena.
Greetings from Ndejje University.
Thank you.
that. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Mr. Rich Senior.
This is gifted by Ndejje University with love.
Thank you. We appreciate it very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate being here.
Hope it's your size.
Very good. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Mr. Udell.
We want to thank you very much for the work done.
Thank you.
And this is part of our of appreciation.
That's fantastic.
So it is a multi-purpose.
That is fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome. Last but not least, Adam. Greetings from Ndejje University.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Yeah. Sweet.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah. Yes, you may.
Yeah. Also, on behalf of the university, we'd like to appreciate the fact that you take time to come and lead us and encourage us, like your course says. But also to bring us visitors. I think many of these people maybe are here for the first time, and we'd like to welcome you very, very heartily to Ndejje University. We know you have brothers, children, and what. Bring them. We have space here to teach them and train them. You can see the benefits that we are having. We connect with the right people. So please bring them, but also be friends to not only to the academy, but also to Ndejje, because now the academy and Ndejje has brought us together. We'd like to thank you very much for the time that you have made it up to here, and encourage you to share the leadership and encouragement lessons that you have got with us and also in the world that you are going into. Thank you very much.
We are going to open up a visitation center after this program, whereby you can always come here with your innovation, any idea. Then we discuss it and see how far it can take this country ahead. And Mr. Kajo and Mr. Dr. Bule are going to be in charge of this visitation center, where we can always share innovations, ideas, challenges, and whatever, so that collectively we can develop our nation. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you. Now, this is the moment that we have one special person who has to introduce herself. This lady is, Uganda has kingdoms. In spite of having the central government, like we have a president, but the kingdoms were there before the central governance. So we are in Buganda. This region is called Buganda. In Buganda, the king sees it fit whom he wants to represent him in different areas. Amidst us, and she's also a student. Imagine, she's a student, yet she's very, very high and mighty within the kingdom of Buganda. We have, she's called Muzana Agnes Chimbugwe. Come please. Muzana Chimbugwe heads 18 counties in Buganda in the women's section. I'm going to invite those who are under her to come and stand behind her as she talks, as she introduces herself. Please. So when we are learning, let me stand here. When we are learning, somebody may take it for granted that we are just maybe we are not professionals, or we've not well schooled. No. You've heard from my colleagues, most of them are graduates, others are doing their PhD, like Rashid. Rashid Lukwago is now taking his PhD course. I have a master's degree. So it's not that we are here to, I don't know, because we have nothing to do, some people may say so, but we are gaining more knowledge on how we are to relate in the society, because we find yourself that you may be a doctor, but in your community, you are called upon to do something. It may be a church, it may be your clan. Within Uganda, we have clans, different sects. Yeah, it may be a clan, and you're called upon to lead. So the knowledge that we have gotten is an added value on our classroom knowledge, on what we have learned, different areas, from tailors to lawyers. Jackie is a lawyer. Yeah, so yes, so this is great, bringing different people from all walks of life. And most important, even bringing the cultural leaders, our cultural leader, who the king saw befitting to lead us. As you can see, these ladies, we are all working for the kingdom, including myself. We work for the kingdom, and there we get to interact and meet different people. So we are so honored that we have taken this course, and we are going to take it to the next level. Ladies and gentlemen, let us welcome with a hearty welcome, Mzana Agnes Chimbugwe.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We are welcoming our visitors from Utah. You are most welcome. I'm welcoming the Vice Chancellor of Ndejje University. Thank you for welcoming us in this university. We are so grateful. I'm called Chimbugwe Agnes. I'm a secretarial, I'm professional in secretarial and administration. Right now, I'm head of women in Uganda Kingdom, 18 counties. And one of people here are leaders in the women's sector in Uganda Kingdom. I have someone from Sese, the one who heads Sese, Nanyonjo. She came all the way to Sese Island. And I have Owechitiibwa in the Uganda Kingdom. She's a member of a parliament of Uganda, Owechitiibwa Jane Francis Lukwago. She's there. I have this one, Anisha. Anisha is on my executive. And I have this treasurer for this course, Roy. She's one of member of my executive. I have Princess Nachimbugwe. She's member of my executive, but she leads Kampala Central. I have a member here on my executive, Hajat Rekema, and a member here, Hajat Chibuka, and she heads Machinje division. I have someone from Chila and a secretary to my executive. And this one, Nasuna, is also on my executive. And I have this one, Linda, is also in executive on our team, and she's working very hard. Thank you for. We had a small gift which we wanted to hand over to you. And we also thank Professor Sejinja for this opportunity, and we hope to continue studying. Thank you very much.
For respect of the older people in our community, Nzana Agnes is going to hand this basket of fruit and vegetable to Mrs. Rich.